First up, we're gonna cover something some of you have been playing with already. Power Mist.
I do know that they yeah, the stream was looking laggy. Did they fix that?
Did class.
That's the only part I caught.
With very scary because that power priority mixed with that big stun means that they can.
Shirt look like?
I think they want my Rumbleverse shirt with the rainbow logo.
I would take a shirt in game with Keith.
We do want that shirt. How do we get it? Wait, okay. Let me back up because I didn't hear any of that.
Do you have a Cosmo shot or something equipped?
I do.
Okay, let's do this. You go ahead and block one, and then we'll go for the trade. See, that beats cleanly the Cosmo shot. Do you have an uppercut?
I mean, it's just a fun game.
Get it to trade.
Oop, not here.
This gives us a little more time for more people to connect to the show anyway, or we're showing something they've seen.
For sure.
Okay, ready? Cool. All right, here we go. Okay, that was a little weird. Let's do it again. It did clash, but there we go. That's what I was looking for. So it'll clash with other power moves because it is a power move.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying the video feed on the stream is really laggy, so they're not seeing stuff. So we'll hold for a second and see what we can do about that.
Sure.
Cool.
Maybe I'll just pop a squad and take a breather. Working on that on our end.
I want the gay Rumbleverse shirt.
Why are you running?
Yo, what's up, Mayor?
Okay.
Is there anything we can talk about while we wait?
Yeah, we made a little tweak. Chat, how's it looking? Does this look any better?
No.
I have it open. It looked.
No,
but the gameplay is really low frame rate. So we'll want to get that fixed before we proceed for sure.
Yeah.
Whose computer is it off of? Like, what are they?
To chime in, stream director, if you need us to try anything.
Oh, they actually have a stream director. Nice. Okay. Should I just skip ahead or should I wait? Like he said something about the shirt.
Power Mist
so.
with Adam.
Well, because Power Mist is a power move, I tend to like to pair it with a strike, because you get in that situation a lot where you're pressing a strike special and so is your opponent, so you can clash those together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And pretty often you'll see two people just.
Yo, I didn't think about this, but you could do Power Mist and Cosmo Shot. That would be an amazing combo.
There's really no button they can press that's better than that, unless they're in super mode or unless they're able to, block or dodge or whatever. But if they're committing to buttons, usually your best bet's going to be to throw out a power move if they're being predictable.
I kind of want to try that combo now.
Gives me ways to think about how I want to approach using it. I haven't run into it too much this season.
Is it just me, or is Keyman's camera look so much better than Keith's?
Run into others having it, but I have not successfully.
Also, Keith looks tired.
Away from them too many times.
I got absolutely ruined.
Kind of. I don't know. It's just because of the angle of his camera. It's hard to tell. And he's also wearing glasses.
That power priority mixed with
once per stream, so the other Bing Bong is added. Well, I gotta add the other Bing Bong. Yeah, I can do that quicker. Sorry.
Depending on the type of positioning you have.
Wait,
or
I lied. I actually can't. No, there's another way I can do it.
Gotcha. I think we're getting a message to swap where we're currently streaming.
All right, that's the highest.
Discord.
I can bring it up.
Okay. That's going to require some effort from me, so give me a moment.
Yeah, 1 sec, folks. Thanks for the patience.
Everybody wants this shirt.
I'm going to read some stuff in chat. We need a Keats shirt. What would a Keats shirt look like?
I think they want my Rumbleverse shirt with the rainbow logo.
I would take a shirt in game with Keats's face though. What do we think about that?
Nah, just give us the shirt, bro. I just want the shirt. I deadass want that shirt. Like, if they want $25 for that, I'll drop it. We'll literally pay for that. Oh, look, Sherry's in that chat.
I gotta feed up on
even Sherry's asking for
see if that works for you.
For the shirt.
Sorry about the delay, everybody. A little technical difficulty. We've been blessed to not have these the last few tries, so we were overdue, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Streaming's a blow up, as they always say. I've been loving the randomize outfit button lately. This is
why is that?
Little off topic, but there are just so many accessories in the game now that randomizer is just giving me gold constantly. I'm just getting the weirdest combinations, and
I feel
I'm
so
having a
lucky
blast with it.
too. I'm partial to
About to say, yo, good
when
luck,
we
Snaz. I saw that. I saw those
or
messages.
when
Good
you have
stuff, by the
certain
way.
items that just like match already. Like I feel
Hmm.
like we've given a lot of thought to how certain items are gonna blend well, even if they're not a part of the same set. So
Right.
I love when that works out in our
Yeah,
favor.
I do too. It's
Ludi,
pretty
I
fun.
see you.
Okay, we're seeing the preview on our end. It should
Yeah, it
be
looks like we've
out
almost got this resolved.
momentarily.
Everybody, just give us another second here, and
Hmm.
hopefully we'll be able to
Yo, Keyman's room looks
get you back to
clean.
your tour of the mid-season
I like how
update.
much space there's in there. Looks like it's just a general game room. But where's the couch at?
Looks like we're almost there.
What does he have up there on the left? Are those like is that manga or boxes? Like collector's edition? I don't know.
And boom,
Okay,
we've
let's see
arrived.
how this goes.
There
See
you
how it
go.
looks for folks.
All right, so we just
We good?
Oh, damn, that is
introduced
easy.
Power Mist. Oh
I
yeah,
think we're
let's
good.
double check. Yep, let's go. Looking good, much better. Great,
Okay,
thank you
great.
for the chat.
Yay! All right.
But yeah, we just quickly went over Power Mist. Are we ready to introduce the next?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. So, saw a lot of speculation here. A lot of people around the last update were like, "Wait, that thing that I saw in the trailer isn't a miss?" No, it's not. We are adding the Roar family of special moves. This comes in
Empowering roar.
common, rare, and epic varieties. You get to yell really loud to buff your teammates and buff yourself. If enemies are in the way, they'll be pushed back. You can essentially become a support character, break up crowds, yell. Truly inspirational stuff here.
What?
Yeah, so I'm going to equip the first two tiers here. We got the Empowering Roar. It's going to give you a
That does
damage buff.
power?
Gives it to yourself and your teammates. And I've got the Energizing Roar. This is going to be a stamina regen buff. Again, gives it to yourself and the teammates. So if you don't have any teammates, they're all KO'd, or you're alone, you can still buff yourself with this. So here's what it looks like. You got this big cone AoE. Vicious move, no damage, but just shoves people out of the way. This can be really good for like ledge guarding or pushing people out of the ring. It's pretty cool, and you can see I've got this buff for 30 seconds now. Quite expensive stamina wise.
Oh my
Again,
god,
it's a
that
vicious
thing's
move, so I'm not
50.
going to be able to whiff it and dodge cancel or bail out. But if I do hit somebody, whoops,
Dude,
hold
you
on,
could
give me a
combo
stand
into
back.
that.
Let me hit you with this real quick.
Look at the
So if
range
I do
on
hit
that.
somebody, I will be able to
They're literally
bail
like the
out.
cone. It's like very
And,
wide.
the Energizing Roar is going to be a stamina buff for 30 seconds. If you have Energizing Roar, it's like having infinite small stamina
Small
drinks.
drinks,
In your
yeah.
pocket.
Infinite small
Basically, every
drinks.
time you press this button, you refresh your small stamina.
Wait,
drink.
so you don't even
Now,
have to
is that
hit
worth
somebody to get that
sacrificing one special
buff?
move slot for? Maybe, depends on your play style, and if you're on a team, certainly that can be
Psyken, I'm waiting for that
useful,
roar
and
plus
a lot less of
temper
a
plus
sacrifice
rude
to
plus 10
to
red video
use
now.
one special move slot if you're on a team. But let's check out another feature of this too. Stand right over here against the wall, please. Really close to the wall. You got to be really close to the wall for this one. It can wall splat, but they got to be real close to the wall. So you can get a
No
little damage off of
way.
it. And I'll show you what the air version looks like as well. It kind of shouts downwards in a big cone, so you can hit groups below you with it.
Yo, that is
Really
that's actually
useful
sick.
move. I've won solo matches with these equipped. I think, especially the Energizing Roar. These can be really incredible. But this one really takes the cake. This is the tier 3 Nourishing Roar. This is a health regen buff for yourself.
All
and
right,
allies.
bro.
It's not the fastest health regen buff.
All
I'm gonna go
right,
70
bro.
stamina just to pop this out here. But go ahead and give me a couple hits, Keenan, so we can see what the health regen is like. That's plenty. So you can see my health is regenning. Not the fastest, but if you can keep this on for a lot of the match,
All
you're really going to
right,
get a ton
bro.
of value out of it. And
I don't know how I
refreshing it
feel
again
about
is as simple
that.
as just hitting that button. So if you are on a team of 4 in the
Well,
squad
don't spoil
mode,
anything. I
and
haven't seen it
let's
yet.
say I have Nourishing Roar.
Actually, I'm just gonna go to Twitter right now, and well, I can't open Twitter on here. Let me go on my phone because if I open Twitter on Twitch, I could very much get banned. Y'all motherfuckers don't know how to act on Twitter, bro. Replaying the Rumbleverse dev stream as I did not get a chance to watch. Also, at the Keats. How much for that shirt? All right, cool.
And Keenan has energizing roar, and we can keep
What's
each
wrong
other
with Twitter?
buffed. We can also still carry
Okay.
both a pretty good strike or a vicious move to disrupt enemies with, while our other teammates, you know, mix it up with folks. So really, really neat addition to the game, especially in team play. Quads is going to be coming out. We'll get to that in a little bit, and I really want you guys to try these and enjoy them. We love them.
Yeah, definitely very
Oh,
fun
you
in
know
team
what?
modes.
I'm actually curious who's going to be the fourth person if they show off quads, because last time it was DJ Derek, Keyman, and Keats. So I wonder who the fourth will be.
Now, some quick questions for how I choose to interact with it.
Oh, sure.
Can I dodge it?
Yeah, so you want to try dodging it on reaction to the red flash?
Sure.
That is
Yep, you
so
got the dodge
slow.
there. But
God
if you do dodge this
damn.
and you want to punish it, you're going to want to dodge towards the user always. So go ahead and try that. That puts you close enough to me for that punish. It doesn't have the most recovery in the world, but if you dodge towards people, you'll get a pretty consistent punish on that if they're a little sloppy with it.
That
Of
is
course, if they're on a team,
super
they're gonna
slow
have
though.
teammates
They're
that
slow,
counter
and then
them. If
there's
you do
like
hit the
super
teammate with
slow.
this, you see, Keenan's not my teammate. I hit him, he gets pushed back. If you hit a teammate with this, they don't go anywhere. There's no reaction at all. There's just like a little hit spark, and they're buffed, and they get to keep going about their
Oh,
business.
really? That's
So,
actually
if
pretty
you
good
see
for
a big crowd
teammates.
fight, just roaring into the crowd,
Dude,
pushes all the
roars will be
enemies away and
amazing
keeps
for
all of your
teams.
teammates stable, which is really, really cool.
Now, since there is the 3 different tiers,
Mhm.
is the range for them all the same, or how does that
Yeah, it's
work?
identical range. Good question.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Now let's introduce a new weapon, also spotted in our trailer a little bit ago.
Broom? Yo, what's that
Adam's walking
star? Whoa, 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 what? Hello?
over.
Full range. Good question.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Now let's introduce a new weapon.
Brother, the golden chicken and the star? What is that star? I'm sure they'll get to it, but like, what?
Also spotted in our trailer a little bit ago. Adam's walking over now.
Slow
These
down,
come
we're
in
good.
common,
Yeah,
rare,
yeah,
and
yeah,
epic
yeah.
varieties. Every young rumbler dreams of doing rad martial arts moves with a huge push broom instead of sweeping the garage. Now you can too. It hits
Did they
many
change the
times
way
and
that-
pairs pretty well with sadistic. Let's see some combos or see it in action.
Yeah, that's definitely
Did they change the way the durability looks? If you look at it, I don't remember durability looking like squares. It almost looks kind of bigger. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging.
a personal story. Every time I was asked to clean the garage as a child, I would use the push broom as a bow staff and pretend to do sick martial arts. So now you can see we've added the broom to the game, and it has the widest
This is my
moveset of any
boomstick.
move we've added, any weapon we've added since the keybat. So let's check out the basic combo here. We got a little stab, followed by a big spin,
Ooh.
and then you get this kind of vault move.
Ooh, that looks pretty
So on
cool.
hit, that looks like this. Lots of hits. Flicks them up into the air.
Yeah,
The
that-
little
that is
launcher is
sick.
pretty cool. A teammate could get a nice little combo off that. But the broom also has extensions on the vicious button, so you can do strike, strike, vicious, and do this little overhead
Ooh.
thing. This does a ton of stamina damage. So if you're trying to stamina break somebody, this is a really good ender option. And then lastly, you can do strike into vicious, and this is a wall splat option. So if you're trying to get a wall splat with this weapon, that's the one you're going to want to go for. Has pretty good knockback on it. So yeah, it's a broom, but it's also like a sick bow staff. And the
I
air
actually
moves
really like
for
that
it, you're going
weapon.
to have your elbow drop, so you can
Splatoon
avoid
weapon.
using your durability. And you're also going to have the stop sign pogo move here, which can be useful for tagging people on the ground. But where
He said Pogo, but my brain immediately went to Pokemon Go. I just want that to be known.
the broom gets really interesting is when we tap that vicious button. We do a little sweep, and of course you can hold that and steer and keep sweeping, and you have a pretty tight turn radius on this, and it'll drain your stamina while you go. So you can sweep up a whole crowd with this thing. And interesting.
Bro, this is the first weapon that takes up stamina. Wait, like, as far as, like, getting a hit. Okay, so, like, if you hold Vicious with a stop sign, like, it takes stamina, right? But you're not hitting anything. But this is actually, like, moving and taking stamina.
Interestingly enough, vicious moves do not break this weapon instantly, so you could actually tear through a whole crowd and hit everybody with it. And of course, it also works as a ground attack, so feel free to knock people down and then sweep them up.
What?
that's the broom.
Gotcha.
I can't
Welcome
wait for
the
that
Broom
weapon.
family of
That
weapons to the
weapon
game.
looks sick.
Now let's chat about some new perks. First, someone you've already been playing with already, Rude. This was added in the previous update. When you emote near an enemy, you gain a 20% damage boost for 25 seconds.
That's right. I just did it.
There you go. How rude of you to
Now
do
I hit
that
harder.
towards me. And then next up, let's chat about a new perk called Guts. When you are low on health, you'll deal additional damage.
Yeah, I actually equipped that before we started, and you can see it on this screen here. Guts deal 20% more damage when your HP is critical. So there are quite a lot of things in the game that can raise your attack damage now.
Oh, is that a new
Rude
perk?
can raise your attack damage. Temper, Guts if you're low on health.
What?
Super mode, you could have somebody use the empowering roar on you. You could blow the horn over on the
Guts, temper, rude, weapon. Don't forget weapon master, because weapon master is huge. Yeah, roaring. Then you could blow the horn. And then you have super. Super also adds damage as well. I think super adds, I want to say 20%. But that's insane. There's so much damage that you can get.
key. So there are a lot of those are all stackable things. There are a lot of things you can get that stack and can let you hit somebody ridiculously hard if you happen to kind of get them all together, which is really cool. Critical health is going to be the same health that you would need to be at to get the hungry status effect, which is 30%.
Arms pod users, rejoice. You're going to be doing so much damage, especially if you get
They
the
don't
10
need
or the
that.
5.
No, arms
you
is
can get
already
pretty-
good.
You can get pretty
Oh my
severe
God.
if you get the right perks in the right situation.
Arms is already good.
Next up, let's talk about a new feature.
Okay.
The locked crate. These are very heavy and hard to move. Let's demo it.
Yeah, let me just grab a couple keybats for no particular reason.
No particular reason.
All right. Look, a locked crate. You're going to find these all around Grappital City,
Ooh.
but not very often. They're much more likely to spawn where gold crates usually spawn. But if you do see one, you're going to find that this is how fast.
Let it be known that before season 2 came out and I was dissecting the hell out of the season 2 like trailer, I saw this lockbox at the train station and I was like, oh, maybe you need a keybat for this. I just want that to be known because I fucking called that shit out. If he opens that box with a keybat, I swear to God.
Fast you move when you hold them. You cannot dash while holding it at all. Here's my jump height. Here's my boost jump height. You're pretty encumbered with this thing. It's very heavy. I'm going to throw it at Keenan just to show you the damage. It hits pretty hard. 300.
Well, that's
it
the
does
same
not
as
go
gold
very far
crate.
at all. That's about as far as it goes, so I'll throw it in a different direction here. You can see. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's a gold crate.
So it's pretty heavy.
You could pocket that with pocket
And
dimension.
also, go ahead and put that down, Keenan. If we look at the text here, it says it's a legendary item container, and you can open it with an undamaged keybat. So let's try to open it with our fists. We cannot do it. There is nothing we can do to open this at all. It will never open. So I'm going to grab a keybat here, and I'm going to give Keenan a whack and break my keybat, and you can see the difference. This unbroken keybat has a key on top. This broken one does not have a key on top. So if we take the one that's broken, we're not getting in. We're not getting the goods. No, sir. So let's take our undamaged one and see if we can get in there.
I want to pocket
Boom.
300.
We've opened it. And these locked crates are going to contain some ridiculous items. First up, you got your gold sock.
Whoa, 180? What? Bro, 180 seconds.
Chicken. This gold sauce chicken, let me put it back on the ground so you can read it. It just restores health. It's got 4 durability, but how much health?
It's probably the whole
Check it
thing.
out.
500?
500.
Oh my, I
That
called
pairs
it.
extremely
called
well
it.
with Insatiable because you're going to get 750 per bite for 4 bites. Very, very strong. Takes up 1 pocket.
Wait, how long did it take him to eat it?
500. Chicken. Let me put
Is
it
it
back
just
on the
like
ground so
normal
you can read
chicken?
it just restores health. It's got 4 durability, but how much health? Let's check it out.
It's just like normal chicken.
500.
Okay.
That pairs extremely well with
crazy.
Insatiable because you're going to get 750 per bite for 4 bites. Very, very strong. Takes up 1 pocket for all that. You got your gold stamina drink. This is going to give you the same buff as a stamina drink usually does, but for 3 whole minutes. This thing is really good to pop in a final ring.
I'm telling you right now, 3 minutes is a lot of time. And the reason why I'm getting psyched about this is because, like, if somebody is chasing you after they drink that, you are screwed if they know how to chase you. Like you're not getting away. You're just gonna be wasting stamina at that point. Like if you know that they're chasing you with that on, stop running and just fight back, because you can't. That is too long. That is way too long.
Really game-changing stuff here. And there's one more item you can get.
You're
out
not
of these
getting
things.
away.
Let's see if I get it this try. If not, I'll just go grab one from the item pile. We did get it. Yay. This is the gold star cookie. This builds superstar meter.
But how much?
But Adam, how much superstar meter? Well, let me drain mine real quick and we'll see how much superstar meter a gold star cookie will build for you. All right, here we go. Delicious gold star cookie. There's all my super meter back. 100% of it. And yes, you can pocket all 3 of these items. So if you do find
What? Brother, you better be able to only get that fucking thing out of a crate. I swear to God. If that cookie comes from anywhere else besides that fucking crate, we got a problem, bro. No way.
find a locked crate and you have an undamaged keybat, smash it open. Get 2 of these amazing items, throw them in your pocket, and hopefully use them to win the game. Or get hit by Liberate and drop them on the ground and cry. So, that could happen as well.
Definitely.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I got to show you one more really cool feature about these. Let me throw that on the ground.
I wonder, can you wall splat with that? Dude, if you're doing a combo, like let's say you do 1-2, somebody wall splats, right? You pull out, you have pocket dimension, and then you throw the fucking crate at somebody. You get, like, if they wall splat again, it's just like 300. That's more than doing a spin kick.
Keybat, I'm sorry. All right, check out my Keybat's VFX. If you can see, it's a little bit sparkly, you know, that's how it always looks. I'm walking around. Oh, my Keybat's looking a little different now. Now it's got some extra VFX, a little extra.
Oh, no, I saw,
that
they
means
went over
I'm
it
getting
earlier.
closer to a locked crate. So this is going to help you find one.
Oh, this
So now
shows
I'm
you
moving,
where a
I'm
lockbox
moving.
is?
Now it's really sparkly. Now I know I'm getting pretty close to a locked crate. And hopefully that will help you find one. And the last question I want to answer is, if you got pocket dimension, yeah, you can pocket it.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Then
we
if you
already
find the
knew
Keybat later,
that.
you can put them together.
I'll stash it for later, yeah.
Very cool new feature. Very exciting.
You know what? This makes Liberate more useful now. Like, if somebody is just carrying a keybat and they don't want to use it, and they're just, like, looking for these gold crates, can you imagine? Like, I've already liberated a couple of keybats. Like, deadass. I've liberated a couple of keybats and found them already. And we're not even in this season 2.5. So, like, liberate in this, in 2.5 now, you might actually get some really good stuff. Especially if somebody already opened up a lockbox.
Excited for you guys to try that in matches. Really cool.
Yeah. We'll see that stock go up on Keybat and see
Yeah,
how
you
much
would be
people are
pissed about
chasing
that.
down for that key, especially when you're holding it and seeing the reflections. I
Oh, yeah.
imagine even more folks are going to come after you because it's like, hey, I know the pairing is nearby.
I'll just wait till you open it and try and steal one of the items, personally.
That's a
But what I
strategy
like
too.
to do with keybats is I won't use them until the final ring when I know I'm not going to find a lot.
Yeah, that's
crate,
what I
because
do
I actually
too.
do find the contents of these crates to be so valuable that if I do find one, I want to open it and get that stuff instead. But if you have the undamaged keybat in the final ring, then you can just use it as a weapon then. If you
Oh,
want.
did they increase it? They'll probably
And
talk
then,
about
it looks
I'm
like
sure.
when I look closer at this crate, I'm seeing a little symbol. I don't know what it is. I did see a new Reddit page talking about the Kraken. I have no clue what that's about, but a nice little symbol here. I don't know what it's about.
It's an
There
unfamiliar
is a
word for
Kraken
me.
on
I
there,
don't know
isn't there?
what Kraken even means.
Yeah, never heard that before. Cool. Let's go on to some miscellaneous improvements. You can now see your stats after a restricted match. Shout out Tupperware, Orlando's, everyone that's doing restricted matches. Hopefully this will improve the experience for you all.
Thank you.
Next up, we will be testing Quads Battle Royale for a few weeks starting on January 17th. Our intention is to release this as a
Oh,
full
on
mode,
Tuesday?
so please give it a try and give us your feedback.
Quads on Tuesday. Nice.
Yeah, quads players are going to start with even less HP and only 4 pods. So it's a really quick,
I'm
high
excited about
octane,
that.
high action mode filled with abrupt chaos, clutch plays, sick revives. It's really, really, really fun, and you're definitely going to want to try it.
Actually,
And,
I actually
if
didn't
you only
expect
have
that.
a trio, you can drop into quads as a trio, and you'll have a little bit more HP and a little bit more pods than the quads players. And that's certainly much more achievable to win.
They said for a
than
few weeks
soloing
too,
a
so it'll be
trio.
longer than 2 weeks.
But you can try that
Definitely.
too. You can try to solo a quad game if you want.
I don't know. A few to me is like 3. So if somebody tells me a few, I do 3. If they say a couple, I do 2. And if they say, 1 is 1, but
I'm sure there's plenty that will.
Yeah.
Cool. Now on to the beefy stuff. Our balance changes. We're gonna go over them, and as a reminder, all of these patch notes will be on our blog the morning the update goes live. As a reminder, that's on January 17th.
That's right.
Coming up pretty soon. It'll include a few changes and fixes that we won't be going over today, as a reminder. So make sure to check that out if you're interested.
Balancing is the sum of all
Now,
parts.
welcome to the Season 2 mid-season update. While hearing about the many changes and bug fixes that we have for you today, please
bug
keep in mind
fixes?
that the game is a balance, is the sum of all parts.
Oh,
Taking any one of these changes in a
they
vacuum
said.
may paint an inaccurate picture. We'd like to encourage you to play the game with fresh eyes and give it some time to feel out how all the puzzle pieces fit together. We'll continue to watch you play and listen to your feedback, as we always do, and we'll work hard to bring the game into a harmonious state. Thanks for being a part of this journey with us.
Yeah. So for my part of this spiel, while many of these changes were directly inspired by community feedback, please remember you don't have to agree with every change we make. Not every change is going to be aimed at you or your playstyle, and we're going to provide you with our reasoning for each change so that even if you disagree, you can at least get a window into our thought process. Please keep in mind that changes later on this list may affect how you feel about
I'm
things we
scared,
heard earlier
bro.
in the presentation.
I'm
It's the sum
scared.
of all parts. Be patient. And
Every time it comes to balance changes, like, don't get me wrong. These guys know what they're doing. I believe in them. But that doesn't mean I'm not scared, because every time I have to, I have to readjust, right? It's a change. I'm used to playing, like, a certain build already. Whereas Keats, like, he's always playing, like, 20 different builds every time. But yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. Something could be, like, really fucking busted. Something just, it's just scary, man. Change is scary.
let's begin right here with the most controversial change on
Sumo
today's
slap?
list. We're going to start with that one. So while I think a lot of players are going to instantly cheer for this change, some may feel more uncertain about it. And in our internal testing, even the harshest naysayers about this change came around on it pretty quickly. And we strongly feel that it makes the game more thoughtful and interesting. Normally we'd show this change later in the show and kick off the
Oh,
show
boy.
by showing you
What's it gonna
more of
be?
the things you were asking for. But in this case, I think this change is so important to be aware of as you hear about the rest of the list that we wanted to start with this one. So Keenan, go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, so the wall splat unification changes in 2.0 have made it much easier to understand the combo limits presented in the game. However, we feel that this change has made long combos much too common and easy to extend. As a result, the following changes have been made.
What?
Yeah, we lowered the wall splat limit to 2. It was 3. So now the second wall splat is going to end any combo. Let's take a look.
You know what? I'm not gonna react yet. I'm not gonna react yet. I know me sitting here pressing the pause button was a reaction. But yeah, I'm gonna let him finish. I'm not gonna react yet. I'm gonna chill, bro. I'm gonna chill.
1 wall splats, 2 wall splats. Combo is over. So if you want to get those extensions with Charge Chop, you can still get them. You just got to do it after the first wall splat. And that does make converting into those Charge Chop setups a little trickier if you're super far from the wall when you start the combo. Keenan, if you could walk over here. So if I were to do Irish Whip towards the wall, a lot of people would normally run up and do this to make the confirm really easy, but that won't work anymore. So you're going to have to make that decision a lot earlier. And, still very possible, but you gotta be a little more on your toes about it. So I want to note that the team is not at all against long combos, but this is a situation that made long combos way too common and way too easy. The second wall splat just made it way too simple to reposition for a charge chop and just keep it going and going and going. Led to a lot of stamina breaks and things that were just way too easy to get off of some of the most dangerous and quick moves in the game.
That's what I'm really worried about, is the stamina break. So he literally just mentioned it, but because you remove a wall splat, Stamina breaks are happening because of spin kick. So doing spin kick, your stamina was, well, I think spin kick takes 30 away, right? And it, is it 30 or is it 40? I can't remember, but I know charge chop on hit takes away 30, and then the spin kicks might do like 30 or 40, but those were doing like, 30, 60, 90, and then there you go. You were already about to be broken. Oh, did I mute it?
So one other thing we did was we changed the damage scaling multiplier after a wall splat to 0.9. It was 0.75. So you're going to do a lot more damage on your follow-ups after a wall splat than you used to.
That's good.
Which
I like
is
that.
nice. Where are the crushers? Let me do.
Yeah, I like that they changed the
So
pro
you can
rate.
see what I mean by scaling. Diamond Crusher's base damage, as we all know, is 316. No particular reason for that. And if I wall splat Keenan and then do my Diamond Crusher, we're going to get 284, which is pretty high.
That's not bad.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
not a big
pretty
hit.
good.
It used to do quite a bit less than that. It would do 25% less instead of 10% less. So the damage is still up there. I think it's really going to help the pacing of the game. And like I said, our harshest naysayers came around on this pretty quick. And we're like, yeah, this is better. There's still lots of really cool conversions and long combos, but this situation was just too common and a little too repetitive for our tastes. So
Yeah.
that's the controversial one. The Band-Aid is off on that one. And
I'm actually okay with it. I like it. I actually really like it. When they talked about lowering the wall spots, yeah, I was immediately reacting, and I was just like, oh god, now what? But because my initial thought was it's gonna take longer to kill people. Now they increase the multiplier, so it's not gonna take as long to kill people, and people who are getting hit by this don't have to get hit by, spin kick, charge chop, spin kick, and then like, oh boy, here's stamina break. Okay, combo's still going. It's like you're at that point you're watching a combo movie, right? And nobody wants to do that, especially in a game where you want to jump around, you want to hit back, you want to be able to play the game. If somebody's not being able to play the game, like they're just gonna get frustrated and they're not gonna like the game. Like somebody like me who has dive kick too, if I'm stamina breaking you twice in one combo, do you really think that you're having fun? No, you're not having fun. You're just sitting there unable to do anything and waiting for a third party to come save you while you're watching your life drain. Like, that sucks. That freaking sucks. So, but being able to do this and still do damage, like still get good damage I think this is a good change.
let's move on to the stuff you guys are actually asking for.
Sure, yeah. And something personally I like to add on for the folks, when you say that, oh, the third party, the fourth party, the fifth party, the 40th party, you're
Yeah.
getting that damage more up front now because of that change. So remember, sum of all parts, keep that in mind. Get that damage up front so you can get back into the rotation.
Very true.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Also,
Now,
what's up, Keyman?
on to the Sumo Slap family.
Sorry you have to hear
It's
yourself
received
talk.
some nerfs to lower its overall utility, but some buffs in the face of these nerfs to ensure it still has a valuable place in the game.
Wait,
Yeah,
what did you just say?
It's received some nerfs to lower its overall
they're talking about
utility,
Sumo Slap. Okay.
but some buffs in the face of these nerfs to ensure it still has a valuable place in the game.
Yeah, so we're going to show a Sumo
Deadass, I hope they buff Vicious Mist. You guys think I'm not joking. I really hope they buff Vicious Mist because that move is fucking terrible.
Slap nerf, and then a Sumo Slap buff, and then a nerf, and then a buff. Because we're trying to make sure that this has a good place in the game, and it's not just all nerfs. So Sumo Slap had too much utility. It did everything other than damage. It's one of the fastest moves in the game that's not a chop. It's multi-hit, so it pairs really good with multi-hit perks. It can be kept relatively safe both on the ground and in the air. Does huge displacement, like really pushed people super far back. So that was really nice for knocking people off roofs or keeping them out of the ring. Or, of course, getting a wall splat, which it did from a mile away, like farther than almost anything in the game other than...
Actually, no, I take that back. I hope they don't buff Vicious Mist. Now that I think about it, if you chop and somebody jumps and does Vicious Mist, you still lose out on that, right? Like, I don't think they changed that. I think... Yeah, because you don't really see Vicious Mist much. So, like, nobody's really complaining about whiffing a chop, which was, like, one of the biggest complaints that people were talking about in the first season. It's like they hated chopping and then, like, not contesting with Vicious Mist because even though it was a Vicious, they were in the air, so you're not hitting them, and they would still get hit by the Vicious Mist. So maybe, yeah, the problem with Vicious Mist is still there for the people that were complaining about that. But it is a lot more riskier to try and do it because of the increased recovery.
like super kick.
I think, can you get a charge shot punish off of a whiffed Vicious Mist? Like if somebody does it in the air, because that might be the key difference there. Like if you can get a charge shot punish, that's huge. But if you can't, it's not quite the same.
kick. And it did massive stamina damage, so it could break your stamina for additional massive combos afterwards. So it didn't really matter that the damage was really low on Sumo Slap. The other problem there too was, when we did try lowering the damage, the final ring ended up being a lot of people using Sumo Slap because it's such a high utility move and pairs with basically every build.
Yep.
And I would hit Keenan with Sumo Slap, do 80 damage, and he would build so much super meter from getting hit by that he would just get a comeback or another super to heal it all back up. And we'd basically be trading Sumo Slaps until one of us got DQ'd from a ring out. And that's not a great experience. So here's what we did. Keenan, what's the first change?
Yep. So, Air Sumo Slap will now use the ground bailout instead of the air bailout when attempting to bail out from the air.
That's correct. So you
Thank fucking God. While I did not have a problem with air sumo, thank God.
used to use the air dodge animation and let you kind of float around in the air. It was very hard to punish. And now it uses the ground dodge animations. So it feels much like most air strikes feel.
Next up, the landing recovery time of the Air Sumo Slap now allows a bailout, even on miss, following the usual bailout rules.
This was already true of most strikes that use the ground bailouts in the air as well. So if I miss and then I land, I won't be stuck there anymore. I'll still be able to bail out all the way to the...
Because that's a reason why I didn't mind the air sumo people, because like if they landed on the ground, it was a free punish. Like I would see them stumble, I'd be like, okay, well now I get to just fucking hit you. But if they do it now they have a chance to roll out, and I'm gonna have to remember that when they do that.
End. So you can still really, press people with this and use it offensively, but the way that people call out that dodge and punish it is going to be a lot easier to understand, and you'll see it a lot more common.
You'll have to think about it.
Sumo Slap can no longer cause a wall splat and will instead knock the victim down in front of you.
Excuse me?
What?
Let's see it in action. Let's see what the knockdown looks like. That does not push nearly as far away and puts Keenan on his back immediately. And let's check it out against the wall. It can no longer wall splat at all, ever, no matter how close you are to the wall. And this really changes the purpose of the move from being like this all-purpose starter and, health curing move to a thing that you kind of want to use to poke to wear people down. And you're going to get some damage from it, but it's not going to lead to much without that stamina break. And it's usually something you're actually going to end a combo with if you have Sadistic and want to heal. So this is a pretty big change for Sumo Slap.
Yep. And then now the last change. Damage from the...
Okay, that range is perfect for dive kick, unless they change dive kick. No, I can tell you right now, you can dive kick that, or dolphin dive. Yeah, you absolutely can.
Final hit of...
Sadistic and want to heal. So this is a pretty big change for Sumo Slap.
Yep. And then now...
maybe not off of air. He stumbled.
Curing move to a thing.
Why is he stumbling after connecting an air sumo?
This really changes the purpose of the move. Keenan on his back immediately. And let's check it out against the wall. It can no longer wall splat at all, ever, no matter how close you are to the wall. And this really changes the purpose of the move. Keenan on his back immediately.
Man, shut up. Shut up, Keats. He lifts his head as soon as you're done recovering from the sumo. So now I don't think you actually have time. The range is right. Like if you were to dive kick from here, you would hit, but because Keyman's already picking up his head off of the ground, I don't think you'll get there in time. So, and if you backflip, I think it'll be too far. So I don't know. It's something we'll have to lab, but I don't like the air sumo version, because when he lands on the ground, he's tripping. That means he would have to bail out if somebody else is nearby. Like that. Why is he stumbling? He landed a hit successfully. So why is he forced to take a punish for landing a good hit? Like, that doesn't... I hope they fix that. Because that's the same as like javelin tackle. Like, is it intended that if you javelin tackle somebody into the wall that you stumble like that? Because yeah, exactly. Like javelin tackle up against the wall is the exact same issue. So why would you air sumo at all? Get the actual hit and then still stumble. Like that's a problem. You're like kind of forcing people to bail out. That's even if you can bail out, because you can't bail out with javelin tackle. Like if you javelin tackle somebody against a wall, you're fucked. The only thing you can do is use super. So if somebody sees that and they recognize it, and I actually talked about this in my video earlier today, on YouTube for the new series that I'm doing. That javelin tackle, like people can against the wall, people can really take advantage of that. So if sumo slap is the same way, yikes. I hope it's not though, because I don't think it would be, because you're actually getting hits and you can still bail out. Even if you didn't get hits on block, you can still bail out. So I'm not sure why you can't bail out after a hit with javelin tackle. Maybe that's the bug, that you can't bail out, but you know, against the wall. But I don't know. It's hard to say.
Is increased to, I'm gonna list these out in common, rare, epic. 80, 80, 100, and it was previously 40, 40, 60.
Right. So now instead of this being, you know, miserably low damage, the damage is actually decent. It's less damage than your basic combo. So this is going to be like 150, and your sumo slaps are going to be a little bit lower than that. But it's not so bad that you're not actually like getting anywhere by using it. So that's really nice. And you can see the sumo slap fully charged. It's still going to do 100 on that final hit. So yeah, that's a pretty big overhaul to the sumo slap.
So they didn't say anything about the stamina. The stamina is still the same. The stamina damage is still the same. I think sumos are still good. Sumos have to still be, yeah. I think they're still good. Minus the air sumo, I think sumos are still good.
In our playtests internally, we found that this is still a pretty cool move that people like using and has a really good place in the game, but it's no longer a move that people put in every single build just because they happen to walk across one. It's more of a move people take because they need a fast strike or they got sadistic.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You don't need walls for sumo. Like, so yeah, sumo sadistic is nasty. The amount of health that you get back from that is insane. And they just buffed the damage too. And don't forget, poison sumo still exists as well.
Or whatever else. So, yeah, I think this will make a lot of people really happy.
I'm just really hoping you can dive kick off of it. Because if it's the same as like super kick, if you do sumo slap super kick, if you do sumo slap dive kick or sumo slap dolphin dive, that'd be sick. Sumo slap, dolphin dive, item toss, charge chop, brother. But Kraken, I don't think you can actually combo it. We'll see. I mean, we'll have to see. But if you're doing sumo slap, like he's
40,
picking
40,
up his
60.
head. Like if you look at it closely here, I'll show you. Yeah, 150, whatever, sumo slap. See how he's like knocked down, right? And then he picks up his head as soon as like Keats is able to move. That means he would be able to dodge cancels too far if you backflip. It'd be too far. So
that's really nice. And you can see the sumo slap fully charged. It's still going to do 100 on that final hit. So yeah, that's a pretty big overhaul to the sumo slap. In our playtests internally, we found that this is still a pretty cool move that people like using and has a really good place in the game, but it's no longer a move that people put in every single build just because they happen to walk across one. It's more of a move people take because they need a fast strike or they got sadistic or whatever else. So yeah, I think this will make a lot of people really happy.
Good call-outs, and that concludes our sumo slap changes. Next up, let's keep talking about how stamina damage works in the game. We've lowered spin kick stamina damage on hit to 18. It was 30. And with the ability to use this to start or extend a combo, it resulted in stamina breaks that came too often and too easily.
Yeah, the stamina damage on block is still the same as it was before, so any...
I'm just telling you right now, yellow pods, stonks are going up again. Stonks are going up again for yellow pods, bro.
You know, game feel you had for that is unchanged. Still, you can see I took a lot of stamina damage there. But on hit, it's just a bit lower than it was, so go ahead and hit me with it. Used to do
12 is
30,
not
now
a
it does
bit.
18.
That's a lot.
And that's just going to reduce.
That is a huge
when you're getting
change.
several of these in a combo off of walls and with teammates and stuff, it's going to reduce the likelihood that somebody's just going to have their stamina bar absolutely explode because you used basic attacks on them.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
Next up, well, we like the dive family's ability to ground attack, which can turn a knockdown into a bigger damage opportunity.
Uh-oh.
We've observed that there are too many common situations
Uh-oh.
after high damage vicious attacks that allow a guaranteed dive follow-up
No.
without needing to bail out.
No.
This has led to lower stamina use than expected for long combo loops.
What
To
did they do?
combat this, the following changes have been made.
What did they do?
We've adjusted the recovery time for the attacker and victim after the Crusher family,
Oh,
Azuna Drop
God.
family, Chokeslam family, and Tackle family to remove the possibility of a guaranteed dive family or elbow follow-up without using a bailout. In some cases,
Whack!
even after a bailout, you will not get a guaranteed follow-up.
All right, let's check it out. I got Azuna Drop. That's one of the families that has less knockdown time. So I'm going to go for an elbow drop right after this.
I
This team's
hate
gonna
this
try to escape it,
change.
and he gets up with plenty of time to
No!
spare. So we'll do the same thing with Dolphin Dive. See if we can get a Dolphin Dive after this. That's a no-go.
Bro, that was such a fun combo, man. Like that. I hate it.
What we
I
really
fucking
like
hate it.
about Dolphin Dive is this. We love you being able to do this. That's great. I missed the follow-up there for some reason. But what we didn't really like was that, you know, your grab Ender also became your starter and led right back into the same loops. So what we've done instead of nerfing the Dolphin Dive so directly is we've taken a bunch of these moves that would slam you on the ground and let you pick somebody right back up and made it so that it's harder to get that follow-up, but you may still be able to get it with a bailout in some cases. So let's try that and see if we can get that with good Azuna Drop. What I'm going to do is
I hope you can.
bail out towards Keenan
I hope you
and
can.
then
Please.
go for it right away. I didn't get there in time. I think I need a wall for this one, so let me try taking him towards the wall. Whoops, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, okay, I made it in time. So that's touchy, but you can do it. You just
Did Keenan,
didn't get there
did
in time.
Keenan
I
wake
think-
up in time? I can't trust that. Why did he backflip away? First he needs a wall, then he backflips away, and then goes to... Huh? I don't trust it. That seems a little fishy, because he even walked up a little bit. Yeah, his head was already out. He could have woke up. Keyman, stop sandbagging, bro.
whole sequence if you want to go for it. And let's check that out on tackle so you have one more example.
Stop
here. We'll use
sandbagging, bro.
A javelin tackle. I'll go for the elbow drop right away. Keenan's able to get up in time. I'll do it again. I'll go for the dolphin dive right away. Not able to get there in time, but...
Let me tell you something. This isn't just a nerf to Dolphin Dive. This is a nerf to your stamina, and it's also a nerf to the fact that you can't force people to wake up after some of these vicious attacks.
if I am willing...
Which is important, because sometimes you don't want to have to deal with, you know, wake up vicious, wake up back fist, or people just waking up and getting stamina. Like, sometimes you want to deny that stamina regen.
to spend a little bit more stamina and use that bailout, I can definitely get him.
Okay,
So,
good.
It's going to be a little bit
good.
of an adjustment if you're a Dolphin Dive user.
I like that.
All the combos starting from
I don't
Dolphin
know about
Dive are
Azuna
going to be
Drop.
the same.
I'm still
But the ones
unconvinced.
that
but-
start from...
Why is that there? That's got to be on purpose. That's got to be on purpose. Why is it still there? If it's not on purpose, they just probably haven't gotten around to it. I hope that's a bug. Please let that be a bug.
a grab that lead into Dolphin
There's
Dive
no
are gonna
way.
be, harder unless you use bailouts and have good positioning. But it's still going to be really useful for picking up your teammates' knockdowns and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you kind of followed along with all that and understand. We did one more thing to Dolphin Dive as well, which is the damage scaling change. Keenan, can you walk us through that one?
Yeah, so the dive family changed combo scaling value was from 0.75 to 0.6. The rewards for these combos were still a bit too high, which could make the dive family hard to pass up in pretty much most builds.
Yeah, so we'll check that out real quick. We got Super Azuna Drop doing base damage of 265 here. And if we start this with the Dolphin Dive, we're going to get quite a bit less from the follow-up, 171. So a little bit less severe on the damage. Still really good for, adding damage or even going into a displacement move and trying to get somebody out of the ring. But these combos just cost a bit more stamina now if you want to do them kind of in the reverse order of Ender in.
You know what's even worse about this is like, I never really cared for like in a third party situation. This is amazing, like dolphin dive and a grab. But in a 1v1 situation, or if you're like, it's final ring and you're facing somebody else, I don't give a fuck if you've got dolphin dive and Izuna, because like, what are you gonna do? You still can't do anything. So this nerf, like, really, like, these two moves were already hurting people before, but now it hurts them like even more.
The starter, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not getting as much
more about
utility as
stamina
they were
damage,
before.
but with some throwables. For the football and potted plants, they now do stamina damage on hit and block.
Oh, but I will say this. They didn't mention the item throw yet. They probably will. Or, I mean, maybe it's going to change later on. But Cyclone and Dolphin Dive, still pretty good. Still pretty good. Because, like, they didn't change what you could do after Cyclone. They just changed what you could do after the vicious attacks. So, I would still run Cyclone and Dolphin Dive 100%.
It was weird that they didn't.
Sure was. You want to throw some of these at me and we'll just check out the stamina damage? Let's do football first. Oh, you got the plant. Let's do the plant first. That's all good. Okay, you got the football. You faking me out. All right, football me. All right, did about 5 on hit. Let's do the football on block. Whoops.
Oh, football first.
Yeah, football on block. Okay, this is about 8. And then
wait, can it stamina break?
Plant. This does
like if you had no more stamina left?
So that does 10 on hit, and then let's check that out on block. About 15. So there you go. A little change, but it was weird that they didn't do any stamina.
Super Kick Dolphin Dive works currently.
Heal up with my gold sauce chicken. Yummy. Ooh, 750. Did I get insatiable? I did. Wow. I'm an unkillable mega god.
Now let's chat the combo limit to low blow. We've added a combo limit to it. This is to avoid a team mode infinite combo.
Yeah, you want to equip this too on our way over? Here, I'll throw one at you.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, so we're previously it was possible in team modes to just do low blows after play dead over and over and over again forever, which was just awful. So
really?
we've gone ahead and made the combo limit on that too. So you can see the second hit is going to drop you to the ground. That doesn't mean you couldn't get a follow up there, Keenan.
I didn't know that was a thing.
There we go. So I could probably get a dolphin dive off that if I'm fast enough. Let me go first and we'll see if I can get a dolphin dive there.
Sure.
Okay, my turn, your turn. Yeah, so you can still get something.
I mean,
there,
he's gonna dive kick is
you're
a
not gonna be able to
terrible
loop
combo
the low
anyway.
blows
So
forever. And then we did something similar
just like
with
choke slam,
Deliberate.
dive kick, any vicious plus dive kick is a terrible combo.
Basically a loop you could do forever, and
in a
do 20
1v1
damage per hit
situation,
and empty
I
their
should say.
pockets, and now they're gonna fall out on the second hit here. Why are you pointing at me? Why are you attacking me? You attacked the
I wanted
bot.
the chicken. Thank
Oh,
you.
he's stealing my chicken. I need that to heal because you're gonna beat me up in this demo.
All right.
All right, thanks. All right, let's do it one more time. First hit, second
Keep in
hit,
the
drops
thief.
the bot to the ground. There you go.
Cool. We've also modified the controls for get-up actions so that pressing dash will no longer trigger a dodge. And we ensured that you can still dodge with the dodge input where expected by adding an input slop window no matter which trigger you hit first.
Okay, so the wording there may be a little confusing, but what this means is that wake up dash exists now. So I'm going to show you. Keenan, can you just Irish whip me or something?
Oh,
Maybe
I
the
touched on
highest
this
knockdown
once.
possible. Hold on, let me eat some food.
Yeah, no, this makes
All right,
sense.
Irish whip me.
I think I
So I'm
haven't
going to
been
mash
doing
dash,
it just because
which
like
would
I know
normally
about
dodge, but now it doesn't anymore. And now I just get up. I actually don't dodge. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do wake up dodge by hitting the actual dodge inputs, which is dash and block together, and I still get the dodge as expected. And we've put the appropriate, we call it a slop window there, so that if you happen to hit block a little bit before dash or dash a little bit before block, you're still going to get the dodge you expect at the cost you expect.
No, that
what's
makes
really
sense.
interesting is
That's good.
Keenan, can you throw me onto the ground one more time? I'm going to just mash dash as I get up here. You can actually get up and dash pretty fast. So wake up dash is now an option, which is actually really great because what would happen a lot in the previous version, Keenan, can you get in this ring over here and pretend it's like the ring in the game?
Yeah.
So Keenan would throw me out of the ring with Irish Whip or something like that. He's trying to ring me out, and I need to get back in. Oh, there's a wall. Let's try that again. I need to get back in really quick. So what a lot of people would do is they do like wake up block and then mash dash, and they'd get then they get a dodge roll and lose all their time doing that. something like that. So now what it'll look like is Keenan will throw me out. I mash dash, and I'm moving right away. It's
No, that's
so
so
much
good.
faster.
That's
so it's going to
so
lower
good.
your frustration when you're at low timers.
That is
and people
amazing.
throwing you out of the ring. And it just feels nice. So look forward to that one. I really like that change.
Cool. Next, we fixed an issue where the Woo perk would allow you to cancel Charge Chop directly into special moves. We also found an issue where it would
What?
also allow the Woo version of Charge Chop to cancel into a jump. But we like this functionality, so we've extended it to the normal version of Charge Chop.
Yeah. So Charge Chop, when you had the Woo perk, was actually a little bit different in the game's
Really?
scripts and codes and stuff. And it would allow you to hit somebody, like block this, Keenan. It would allow you to hit somebody and then cancel directly into like a hitting type vicious move, like a Vicious Mist or Liberate, and actually create a situation that was nigh impossible to escape. So we got rid of that. But what we also found on the Woo version of Charge Chop was that after somebody blocked it, you were able to jump out pretty early. And that seemed pretty harmless and felt like it led to some pretty cool offense and a good reward for getting to someone to block a Charge Chop. So we took that feature and
Whoa, did they change how the shield looks when you're blocking with a weapon?
jump out
Look at the way he's blocking right now, right?
pretty early.
There's nothing in that
Early.
orb.
And that seemed pretty harmless and felt like it led to some pretty cool offense. And
He picked
good
up a
reward.
weapon and oh, that's so cool. So now people know that you can't break stamina, right?
For getting to someone to block a Charge Chop. So we took that feature and added it to the normal Charge Chop so that both the regular Charge Chop and the Woo version have parity.
That is super
and they can
cool.
both do that thing.
Gotcha. Thanks for the explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we've changed air dodge cancel costs for the Rocket family, Dive family, and Edge family.
Oh,
Rocket now gets a bailout on hit, even if it misses for the reduced cost air dodge cancel.
All right, let's check it out. So air dodge costs about that much normally. If I do an air dodge cancel on hit, it costs significantly less than on miss. I guess I could do a rocket jump here and then air dodge cancel, and now you can see it costs what it normally costs. Instead of costing like 60, I lose a pretty normal amount here, and that adds a lot of usefulness to rocket jump's traversal to be able to just do that and not lose all of your stamina for having done it. What's next?
Yeah. So the air version of Dive also gets a normal air bailout rules and costs immediately after it can hit. But a little bit after that, it gains the ability to use bailout on hit at the reduced
Right.
cost anytime while falling.
So let's check this out. If I use air dolphin dive on Keenan and then I mash, you can block this, Keenan. If I mash dodge, you can see I did the ground dodge because I locked on, so I'll do it from a little farther away and miss. I'm just gonna miss. Let me get my stamina. And I do the air dodge. Look at my stamina. I just lost like all of it. Because of that air
Jesus.
dodge. It costs a lot.
that was a yeah.
But
That
what we
was
did was we made it so that if you
stupid.
wait a little bit longer after the dolphin dive, after the hitting portion, and then you air dodge, it actually just costs the normal amount, which feels really good because it really opens up a lot of doors for traversal with this move and how you can move around with
Oh,
it. And even
okay.
how far you can reach when you're trying to jump somewhere distant with it. You know, something like
That makes
is
sense.
now possible. So that feels really nice as well. And the last one you mentioned was the Edge family, right?
Yeah, so that is now using the bailout on miss costs. It was using the
No, that's just bailout. Like when you don't get a hit, they have different values for like when you do get a hit and for when you don't get a hit. So this one, like what they're talking about there, that's fine.
bailout on miss costs, sorry,
Right.
and that has now been corrected.
Yeah, so you got those really expensive, like 70 cost air dodges.
Oh, and remember, like if you do a bailout when you hit somebody, you'll see a yellow like X. Whereas if you do a bailout, I don't know if when you're hitting somebody and then you dodge, is that considered a bailout? I don't know what the term is, but like there's one with a yellow X and then there's one with a white X. The white X means you've pretty much like didn't hit anything and you'll probably lose like a bunch of stamina. But if you do it late with the dolphin dive, you're fine.
Is after bailing out of the Edge family, and now costs significantly less to do that. So getting your
Oh, that's
air
cool. So they
dodge,
buffed Edge.
bailout conversions off of the jagged
Nice.
edge is much easier. Stamina
I might
cost-wise
use it more
which
now.
Really enables the move. It's a move that's pretty useful for enabling other moves, even if you don't have an edge to throw somebody off of. And this really opens up the door for the kinds of setups and combos you can start using Jagged Edge, which I really like.
Right, I love it. I'm a huge Edge fan, and now I'm gonna be using it even more.
Very nice.
Thanks. The team wanted to make the Rocket family more appealing, and so we made that the following changes.
Let's go.
We've made the Rocket family send you even higher into the air than before. Let's see that demo.
Oh, does it?
Let's check it out. I'm going to start from the bottom of this ramp, and we'll hit the rocket jump. This is the blue tier one. And I almost made it up to that scaffolding. That's an
not bad.
improvement from how high it went before. And we'll go ahead and give that a full charge to see how high we can get. Oh yeah, I can easily make it up on the scaffolding now. That's a nice increase.
Could you always charge blue rocket? I can't remember.
We'll check out the Skyrocket. This is the purple tier.
The
That
rocket
makes it
jump?
basically to the bottom of the scaffolding uncharged, but fully charged. That's going to get me all the way up on the high.
Yo.
Very, very nice increase in height on the Skyrockets. And
That's
the,
crazy.
rocket jump. And that's all we did to it. Just kidding. What else did we do to it?
Just kidding.
We've also changed
troll, bro.
the knockback on Rocket Family to now launch enemies into the air for a follow-up attack. This works great with vicious attacks that deal lots of extra damage
Wait.
from high elevations.
Wait,
Let's
that
check it
means
out.
like they
I'm gonna
fly
hit
up
Keenan
with
the
you if you
blast
hit
from the
them?
Rocket jump. He comes up with me, and then he falls down and takes 7 fall damage. So let's check out the damage on our basic vicious attack. This is a 210. That's a move that does extra damage from heights. So let's do a little science here. Rocket jump into our Izuna drop, 224. So we got a little bit of an increase there. Let's do.
Is that scaled too? That should be scaled, right? Because like it's already mid combo. So like he took a hit, he's not recovering. I feel like that should be scaled.
A charged rocket jump. Let's see how much we can get off that. 261. All right, we're getting up there now. Let's check out Skyrocket uncharged. All right, we got 2. I think it was 43. It's expected because it's a little lower than the fully charged rocket jump. Now let's do the fully charged Skyrocket and see what we get.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go. 288.
288.
Not bad.
Dude, and imagine if you
pair
bounce
this with
off of a
moves
car with
like,
that too.
You know, Crusher. Where'd that Crusher go? I keep not finding it. There it is. Thank you. So, you know, we got Crusher here. This does a lot of extra damage from height. Now, I made the classic mistake with this combo. If I hold the direction, when I hit with this rocket, it pulls me away from Keenan too much. So when you're trying to do combos with rocket,
makes
try not to
sense.
hold the direction so that you're straight up with them. Then you can bend your special move, and I got 381 instead of 316, which is pretty good. Not bad at all. And of course,
Okay, now the question is Rocket fast enough? Can you react to Rocket or no? That's my question. Because if not, if you can't react to it, that's godlike, and I'm picking up Rocket. Like, I was already picking up Rocket, right? Because you could hit people through their shield and just do, like, you know, we actually got elbow damage now. So, like, Rocket, as it is now, it isn't actually bad. It's a good secondary. But if it's fast enough to use and not, like, people can't react to it, that's godlike.
you can use this in combos. So a good example of that is going to be to get your wall splat in. You're going to come over here.
Oh, okay,
And
so
then
then it's
first
not
try.
fast enough
Yeah.
then.
You're going to see a video
If
later
people are
where I do
breaking
not
it with
land
chops.
the first try a lot of times. But that was weeks ago when this was a new
So
feature.
yeah, I
and
wouldn't
hadn't
run this
learned as
combo
much
then.
about
Like,
how
I
to
wouldn't do
use it well.
Skyrocket,
You
Diamond
can get off a
Crusher
charge chop too.
in a
I'll probably drop
1v1.
this
But
'cause
this
it's
game
lot
is not a
harder.
1v1.
Yeah.
This game,
But you
you
can
know, it's a
definitely get
battle
it off
royale.
a charge chop with a little practice. That I did it. Yes. Okay. Cool. So this really opens the door to quite a lot of damage. It's a move that you can move around the world with, and apply all kinds of pressure with from above, especially in team modes. But it's also now a move that can help you convert pretty heavy combo damage.
Yeah.
But there's
I
one more
like
change
those
we added
buffs,
to the
dude.
Rocket family to make sure that
I would
you really didn't want.
I would do like Skyrocket and Cyclone
what did
or
we do?
Skyrocket Sumo
Yeah,
Slap.
so Rocket Family now lets you unpocket a
Skyrocket,
weapon
Super Kick.
sooner after it is done launching you, to give
There's a lot
players
of-
more
lot of options
flexibility in
there.
what kinds of actions they want to perform after using it.
Yeah, so I'll say this doesn't really work with the charged Skyrocket because it puts you into this special falling state. But if you do the uncharged versions, you used to have to wait till you were almost landed to pull out an item. So I'll hit Skyrocket, and then I'd have to pull out an item about here, and it's like, useless. So now what I can do is I can hit it, I can pull out the weapon up here, and I can immediately come back down with an unblockable baseball match strike.
That is
And
sick!
Of course if I got a lot of stamina, I can go way up here and do something
That is so
exactly like that
sick!
as well for big unblockable weapon strikes off of your Skyrockets.
I'm
So that's
so
a really useful
I'm
thing
so
as well. But
psyched
it's
for
not only
Skyrocket.
useful for attacking. Also, if you're running away from
I want to
somebody,
use Skyrocket
just
so
the ability
bad.
to pull out this chicken before I land is a huge advantage for
Just
being
think, guys,
being
I'm
able
the
to
Skyrocket YouTuber.
heal up before
Can
they
you
can catch up
imagine
to
how
me.
excited I am for
So
this
keep that in
shit?
mind as well. I think the
Oh
value of
my
this move is
goodness.
skyrocketed. Sorry for that. And
Bro, I just want to close the stream. Did he really just say that? I want to close the stream right now. Why the fuck did he say that? He's not sorry. He was sitting on that joke, that dad joke, for like a whole 2 weeks. Come on, bro.
I tend to pick it up every time I see it these days. I think it's a blast. Sorry again to play, and I think you will too. So yeah, Skyrocket's back.
I did have a talk with
Yeah,
Keith.
definitely takes a little bit of practice too.
We need to
don't
sit
don't
down,
think it's
have a
like
little-
an automatic. Yep.
a little
You
chat.
gotta get into the nice radius of the player so you're actually landing it.
Again, don't hold the direction. Like if I hold forward towards Keenan when I hit the button,
Sorry,
I
no,
like go
sorry.
past him and then I can't get the follow up. You really need to make sure you don't hold the direction as this goes off. That way you're in the right range for that follow up. So that's my biggest tip to you if you're trying to do these combos is don't hold a direction. I made that mistake for like 2 weeks. Again, you're going to see a video later where I criticize myself for that. So
Mr. Hospitality said as long as Rocket clashes and follows priority system, it will be great. I don't think it will because they didn't change the startup or anything, right? And so Chops were already beating Skyrocket. So it wasn't that the move wasn't beating. So like if somebody's a late Chop and you do Skyrocket, your Skyrocket's going to win. But because Skyrocket has like a slow startup, much like Atomic Punch, I think and super as well too. Like if you do super and somebody chopped already, like your super gets hit and you're like, oh what the fuck, I super priority has higher than basic chop, why'd I get hit? It's because your super is fucking slow as shit. So that part doesn't really matter because like you can always pair a fast strike, like, you know, sumo, super kick, cyclone, whatever. I don't think that negates how useful Skyrocket is. You're just gonna have to be, you know, cautious of what abilities you run. So that's just, I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Definitely some new muscle memory to establish.
yes, for sure.
Welcome new and improved Rocket family. Next up, weapon block VFX.
Oh, also so like you could do fun combos, right? Because like they're doing this is what I consider like a meme combo, a fun combo. It's not something that I would run, but if you had like Skyrocket and Dolphin Dive, you could do Skyrocket, basic, vicious in the air, or a Zuna drop, and then do Dolphin Dive, and you get another Zuna drop, and that'd be like a lot of damage. So I mean, it depends on like what you want to go for and what you want to do, how you want to play the game.
Have changed to indicate that it is an improved version of blocking. While blocking with a weapon, you will not take stamina damage from incoming techs, and you will not be stamina broken.
Yeah, that's very true. Keenan, can you block? Can you hold the block? All right. Now check out what my block looks like when I'm holding a weapon. Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
I already called
sparkly
this
and nice. I think it just looks awesome, but it's
I feel so
also
proud of
a
myself
way
for
to
calling
maybe
that
hint
out.
at players that there's something better about blocking with a weapon, and that is that you do not take stamina damage when blocking with a weapon. So if Keenan tries to attack,
There's so
my
many
shield
people
here,
that I teach,
I will not lose any stamina.
especially
no matter what he
nowadays. Like
tries.
a lot of people still don't know,
So, yeah.
or like
Just
didn't
kinda
know
wanted to
that
make
you
this
could block
change
with a
to maybe
weapon and
help
not
people
lose
discover
stamina.
this feature.
I think I got a YouTube comment on that
The construction barrel
yesterday
and
or a
oil
couple
drum
days
item
ago.
cards previously stated vicious stuns, which was not true. Also, these did unusually high stamina damage only when thrown. To make this more
Yeah, this was a bug I reported. It said vicious attack stun on the construction barrel and the oil drum. It didn't. The text lied its ass off because I immediately went to go try that and I was like, "Oh, that's funny. That'd be really cool if it did, right?" It didn't.
deliberate, we've removed the vicious stuns text and replaced it with
Thank
the
you.
high stamina damage text and made the following changes.
Yeah, it was a little haphazard that it only did high stamina damage when thrown and not on any of its other moves. So we wanted to make that something that we actually did on purpose, more deliberately. So here we go. It's a high stamina damage weapon now. It does not stun on Vicious. It never did, so it shouldn't have said
I've
that.
yet to catch this Pokemon.
So Keenan's going to give us a little demo.
thing you're not looking
against
for a
me, so
shiny
you can
version.
see the stamina damage here. First, we're going to go with the Smash, which is the second hit of the basic combo. This increased to 60 on hit. It used to be 8. This is a huge increase.
Oh, don't forget the buff, or yeah, no, I guess it was a buff. The also the change that they made to the last patch of the game. Was it season 2? Or is it another patch after season 2? Anyway, these moves, anything that looks like it hits the ground actually hits the ground. So if somebody's laying on the ground, like even with an oil drum, you could do like 1-1. They're laying on the ground. You can walk up and then you can do vicious attack while they're laying on the ground, and that will hit them. So these construction barrels actually could be pretty scary because if you whiff the first hit, hit the second hit, you're laying on the ground, and then they just do follow up vicious, and you can't do anything about it. You just have to take the hit. That's gonna be a lot of stamina.
And 30 on block. So go ahead, Keenan. That's massive stamina damage on hit. Let's go ahead and block
Jeez, that is a
thing. Just see
lot.
what that looks like. Yeah, pretty big chunk of stamina damage there. That's
even
a
on
big
block?
increase. And then on the vicious bash,
What?
which is the vicious move for this, it used to be 20, now it does 30. So go ahead and do that. Can't block that, it's vicious, but that's a pretty good chunk. And of course, it still does a phenomenal amount of stamina damage when thrown. Go ahead and chuck that at me. Yeah, it's like 75. It's pretty nuts.
That's insane.
You want to throw it at me one more time and I'll block it?
Sure.
Yeah, about 25 on block. But yeah, we just wanted to make that more deliberate, so it felt like something that was, you know, done on purpose. Yeah.
Cool. We have made some adjustments to how retargeting during a chain combo series works, so that you can still turn to targets or another nearby player if you aim in that direction, but you will not lose your current target if no new target is available. I'm so guilty of doing this too many times.
Yeah.
So you
So
can
thankful
see-
for this.
Yeah, with no target.
That I'm gonna be honest. I rarely make this mistake, but I did do this mistake. I want to say like yesterday or 2 days ago, and you'll hear me talk about it too. And it's just like you'll see me comboing somebody, and I just like veer off, and it's because like, and I'll say it. I'll be like, "Oh, I was holding a direction," because what you're supposed to do in the current build is like you're not supposed to hold a direction when you're comboing somebody. You just let it go, and you just your character will still keep comboing your target. But if you're holding a direction, it better be in the same direction of your enemy.
Target here, I can turn just like I used to. You know, I'm holding right, and now I'm kind of turning around looking for that new target. But now I'm going to hit Keenan with this, and I'm going to be mashing every direction. I'll hold my controller.
I think a lot of people will be happy about this change.
There's no way for me to turn anymore. If there's no other target to find, I'm going to continue to hit Keenan no matter what. But it still works with other targets that you're deliberately aiming for. So if we can come over here to the bot, I'll show you. I could easily attack Keenan and then turn to the bot, or vice versa. You know, I can attack the bot and then turn to Keenan. It feels
Okay,
really
let's talk
good,
about those
and
trash
it
cans,
should
though.
Prevent you from having those.
Let's
those
talk
whoopsie
about
moments
me
where you happen to
targeting
tap
trash
left a
cans
tiny bit too much
when
and
people
now
are
you
laying on the
drop
ground.
your
Please tell me you
easy
removed
punish.
that.
And you still might attack a trash can, but hopefully less often.
The team has found that after Meditative's nerfs, players are getting very little value out of it. We tried doubling the healing speed of Meditative to see if that would help
I'm mad, bro. I'm about to walk off and just take a 3-minute break. I'm so fucking pissed off about that shit.
in our internal playtests and found a sharp rise in the desirability of the perk. Let us know how this feels, and we will continue to monitor the state of this perk and make additional changes if needed.
Yeah, there's another reason we made this change, which we'll get to in a second. But Keenan, if you could just wear my health down a little bit here, try and get me to about 100 health or something.
Show us the new combos, Keyman.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I got 417 now. 254. That's good. I'm at 34. Okay, let's check out the meditation speed now. Significantly faster.
That's
So,
good.
you know, meditate is going to announce to everybody that you're low on health, but this may be a lot more valuable to you now to get
That's
to that
good.
health,
I like
half
that
health
change.
marker quite a bit faster.
That's pretty good.
And
It's
again,
still
there's another
50%,
reason we
but
did this that
they
we
make it
will
useful.
Get to in just a moment.
Yeah.
Keenan, what's next?
Yeah. So for this last one, we've got a video for you.
That's pretty good.
If we can transition to that, please.
Yeah, as they transition, you want to read the little intro?
Yeah, so the team has made a few major changes to the way the final ring works to improve the pacing of the end game. We can tune a few of these parameters via hotfix, so let us know after a few weeks of play how things are feeling, and we may be able to make some improvements.
Dried squid.
Yeah, so we got a video running right now. The first change I want to go over really quickly is that superstar meter gain from taking damage will decrease the longer the match goes on, eventually reaching 0. This means you'll still be able to gain meter normally from attacking, emoting, and other means, but this should drastically reduce the number of occurrences of a high health player getting wailed on and constantly being able to use comeback. But what you're seeing in the video now is I'm zooming in on the ring very closely because it is closing. It is moving no matter what. So that's the other change. People are fighting and the ring will always be shrinking no matter what. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's just shrinking really, really, really slow. But eventually the ring is going to hit its final size. The final size used to be 500 units. The new final size is going to be 1,200 units, which is quite a bit bigger than it used to be. And there's a good reason for that as well. I'm having my players here in this video stop fighting for a moment so that we can shrink to final size and see why. And the reason is that after reaching the smallest possible size, the final ring is now going to move in a straight line in a random direction at a steady pace until either a winner is crowned or everyone gets pushed into the ocean. Much like Juicy Fruit, this final ring is going to move you. So let's check out the gameplay here. The ring is starting to move right now. Our 4 players have been instructed to fight it out as if it's a normal match. Though they did get heads up on what I was filming here. And, equipped moves that they felt were ideal for this circumstance. So we'll see how it goes. If we want to kind of call the match, do some commentary. I don't know if Keenan's seen this clip at all, but if you want to talk about what's happening, go for it.
I'm looking over. I'm seeing probably a priority on Cosmo Shot. I've loved the move always. I'd probably grab it in this situation as well. Because I see that this ring is heading towards the water.
It is. They all head towards the water eventually, right? They might send you straight into the water immediately. They may cross the entire island before they get there. This one's headed towards the river. We'll see if our players think, oh, that was a sick move. From Sled. We'll see if our players can cross the river or if they get wrung out before then.
I love
where
this.
it is right here, actually. I think there's like a big boat
absolutely love this.
So
I haven't even had a chance to play
it.
Could
be all jumping across that boat, playing over the danger of the boat or the water around it, and then seeing what happens next. So.
Right. This new ending mechanic really changes the value of a lot of things. Meditate was basically useless at the speed it was healing in a moving final ring.
Yeah,
and
no,
now
you
can
can't meditate.
to sneak in some heals because it's sped up so much. But there are a lot of things like that. You know, giant swing. Oh, I'll only take it if we're near the water. You're eventually always going to be near the water now if you last long enough. Or if
I'm a believer in giant swing, even if there's no water. It's a good time waster. I mean, the range that giant swing throws you at, it takes a lot of time, and like a lot of time, especially when you only have 10 seconds. That could be like 2 seconds, in my opinion. Like 2 seconds is a lot of time. It's a lot of time to like shave off of somebody, and it sucks when you like. I literally like I think it was yesterday. I giant swung somebody out of the ring. Like I just did it twice, and by the time they got back, well, they didn't even get back. They were just dead. So I think giant swing has a lot of value, even if you don't have the water.
If your opponents last long enough, so maybe having one of those in your pocket is a good idea. You're just gonna have to re-experience the game and notice that the value of a lot of the things have changed just because the way the end of the game works now is pretty different.
Another change that I've learned to appreciate with this is, when there's like that random crate super far away that you're not going to be able to reach, different crates or different items in the environment, or maybe, a pole that was out of reach is going to come into play. So different environmental.
Move past the vendor.
Yeah, there you go. So those vendors might come into play.
Ooh, big hit into the water from Nate. And let's see. Oh, okay. We're not gonna have to cross the river.
Being able to see like who can adjust.
But the ring was going over this boat, so it looks like a river crossing would have been possible.
Yeah.
I really like this. We're gonna be able to see like who can adjust the best to not only like the ring moving, but the environment as well. And I think that's gonna be so cool. This also eliminates like the wedding cake circle. Nobody liked the wedding cake circle when season 2 dropped. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody hated that fucking wedding cake. And so now we're gonna have something to like just push people and say, hey, you can't stand there all day.
I think the new endgame is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to you guys all trying it. Again, we have some parameters we can hotfix to tune it, so if you're feeling like it's too fast or too slow or whatever, we can take a look at that. But we're really excited to share that with you.
That is so cool. I'm super excited.
Big shake up to how the game's played.
Balance changes, right?
Yeah. Now let's head into our bug fixes.
Cool.
First up, our gameplay stuff. We fixed an issue that could cause AoE impacts from elbow drops and other falling attacks to deal damage even when blocked.
Yeah, equip the Skyrocket here. We'll just do a demo. When we did the fall
Platform
damage changes
players
to be
living up.
additive instead of multiplicative, we made a little error, and some of that damage was sneaking through shields, but it should not anymore. So if you can go ahead and do a really high elbow drop, you can see I can block it, and he will not take any type of damage, no matter how high he goes.
You best believe I'm still abuse this shit.
The shield is good again.
Well,
I guess that's technically a
while it's
rocket
still
jump or
while it's
Skyrocket
still
nerf,
available now,
but
I'm
it just
gonna
got a lot
abuse
of
that
buffs, so it'll
shit.
be all right.
Yeah. We've added a possible fix for the Popcorn Party's healing buff getting stuck on a player forever. Let us know if you're still seeing this, though, please.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's fixed, but again, it's hard to prove something is gone. If you guys see it again, let us know, and we'll take another stab
I
at
hope
it. But
it's
hopefully it's gone.
fixed.
Yeah, definitely. We fixed an issue that caused invulnerability to end prematurely when getting up from a ground.
Yes. They're talking about the infinite. I didn't do this, but I started seeing other players do it. I'm not gonna name no names. Flea guy. But I hate watching people do this, and I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it myself because it's nasty. It's just completely nasty.
Attack, elbow drop, or similar attack, which could leave you vulnerable but unable to block or dodge. This prevents an inescapable looping reset combo.
Yeah, so what would happen is somebody would use a move that triggers this on you. So it kind of tumbles you backwards and then up onto your feet. And you were invincible for the first half of that, and then you were vulnerable for the back half of that. Our server's about to close, so we'll probably just read the rest.
Damn it, he's got aerodynamic on. I hope they fix the aerodynamic bug. But I wanted to see him roll with the aerodynamic on to see if they fixed it or not, but he didn't roll, so.
To them. Because then we have a video right after this. But you will be completely invulnerable until you're able to block or dodge now after eating one of those wake up elbow drops or those ground attack elbow drops or similar attacks. So no more looping unblockable OTG infinites.
Yeah. Get those out of here.
Yeah. Let's just read through the rest real quick.
Yeah. Fix an issue causing weapon vicious attacks to be blockable if only the AoE portion hits. This affected most weapons in the game, including keybat, bats, golf clubs, barrels, chairs,
Interesting.
lawn chairs, residential mailboxes, street signs, trash cans, and chanclas.
That's right.
We fix an issue preventing the air vicious golf club attack from hitting opponents in most situations, leading instead to a fall damage splat for the user.
Yeah, so you can use those again. That's nice.
We fix an issue that caused players to either not receive fan mail or receive duplicate rewards in fan mail. Fix an issue that...
I don't buy that. I don't think that's actually fixed, but we'll see. I'm just poking fun. I'm sure they fixed it, but it's been so long now. I'm just used to it. It's like it is what it is.
caused users to not receive all their title cards.
Yo, what's up,
Fix an
Josh?
issue that prevented players from matchmaking into playground mode with a party of
I
four.
mean, it's not really a breakdown. It's just
Also
it's a
fix an
reaction.
issue, various
video. I
collision
mean, I
and
haven't
climbing
seen
issues
this,
across
so-
Capital City and Low-Key Key. And fixed various missing ledge-up volumes across Capital City and Low-Key Key.
Oh, 56k is right. Did they fix tripping? For those that don't know what tripping is, if there's like, let's say there's a ledge like here, and the floor is here. So if you chop off of the ledge onto the floor, you get the stumble animation because you tripped. I hope that's fixed.
Those two changes should make climbing in a lot of the rough spots feel even better now, but of course, more climbing improvements are always coming. If you find spots that feel bad and don't do what you expect, always send in a bug report. It really helps us locate the stuff we need to fix.
Definitely. Thanks, everyone. Now, one last quick bonus. We have a video of a quads match.
The tripping, like if you chop and you like go to a different level or a lower floor, yeah, I mean, you still get this. You get the same stumble effect as if you do with tackling into a wall or air sumo in 2.5.
Let's transition over to that.
Yeah, we're gonna show you a full quads match. This is kind of like.
But yeah, in 2.5, if you tackle into the wall, you still get that stumble effect. Again, I don't know if that's a bug or not, but careful with walls with tackle.
Premiere of quads gameplay that you're going to get to see right here, and Keenan and I are just going to talk over it and maybe answer some questions. In this match, you are going to I'm playing here. You're going to see me take rocket jump and try some rocket jump combos. I'm going to land some of them, but I'm going to miss a lot of them. And this was when we had more recently added this change to the game, and I was not very good.
Keyman's
at them
not
yet.
on this team.
So
it's Sled and
be
Squid.
kind. Be
Trying
kind to me.
Squid.
I see some point outs of 580 HP. Yes.
That's correct.
You're a little less healthy health-wise there, but you know what? You also have 3 buddies to save you.
Yeah, that's one
Dude,
less
Rocket.
buddies than you have pod slot.
10 arms shotgun. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if you hit 2 of these teammates with 1 shotgun? I'm telling you right now, that's the first thing I'm going for when this game comes out. I'm just gonna go for 10 reds and quads and just find a shotgun.
Because you only get 4 of those. So what you're going to find is you're finished getting ready for battle really fast. You're going to have your stats maxed out. You're going to have your 2 special moves, and you're going to have some items in your pocket. Your team is going to be ready to roam the streets looking for trouble pretty early in the match here. So we're just going to kind of watch this whole match and talk about the game and see how it goes.
They didn't mention it, but well, I mean, we'll have to see on Tuesday.
Right now, it looks like I'm just getting a couple pods. In this mode, you may think, oh, I really want to.
The truth be told, mister, like, while you can do that, not everybody really utilizes that right now. There's certain players like myself and like 56k and automatic, like, we'll use that, but like, it's not hard to find Cyclone, Sumo, Super Kick, or I think there's one more that I'm missing. Oh, Poison Mist, Power Mist, Uppercut, Bull. I think Bull Rush. I don't know that you can react to Bull Rush. Bull Rush, I'm not really like 100% sure. But there's like at least 6 abilities that you can pick up and use.
I want to get the health. I want to get the 4 green pods because my health is so low to start with. And that is a strategy, but even if you get 4 of them, you're still only getting up to about 1,000, and really you're going to have to rely more on your teammates to prevent damage and to get those resurrections. But getting resurrections is a lot easier with 4 teammates, or with 3 teammates, I should say, than it is with just 1 when you're playing duos. It's a lot harder to kind of control that many people at once, and you can protect each other and all that stuff.
Also, there's something else to say to that, Mr. Hospitality. I actually like that there's deeper stuff to this, because like you can. No, I don't see it as an issue, because like people who want to get better, people who are looking to find like more depth to this game are going to care about stuff like that. People who don't care about stuff like that, they're just going to have fun and do whatever. But like, I like thinking like, oh, I don't have this ability, I need to go find such and such, and then like I have to manage what I'm going to use because I found like this ability and couldn't find another one. Like, it's really easy to just find a strike and basic, or a special strike and a special vicious, and just be like, okay, like I'm good for the rest of the game. But in lobbies where people will react to your special strike if it's not fast enough, I think adds more depth to the game and makes it so that looting is a little bit more important than if you were to just like find the 2 things that you wanted and just good to go.
As well.
But I mean that's just my opinion. That doesn't mean that that's the correct way of the game or what have you. But
a lot of really good Iron Galaxy.
I don't mind it personally.
And, you'll see us come up against a bunch of them as well. Pod count again is 4, so you get 4 pods in this mode.
And with that, I spotted a question. So it's always going to be 10 teams max, because you get the 4 people.
There can be more teams if people join with smaller groups, so it is possible for someone to queue in as a duo or a solo or a trio, and the game will try to fill it to 40 players, so it may you may have some teams that are not of 4 people.
It's not just one, it's 2.
That's perfectly okay, because you do get more health and pod slots when
or do you mean like
are playing in a
before
smaller team. So you can get in here and mix it up that way if you want. This is going to be live on Tuesday, January 17th. All these changes we just talked about, all the new weapons and moves, and of course quad mode is going to be on as a limited time test starting January 17th as well. We got a nice little brawl here. The basic grapple building, not my favorite place to fight.
Yeah, no, I got you.
People falling out of the sky with massive elbows.
Currently it's
Or
2, and then now on Tuesday you would say it's 1. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, got to stay with the team though. So
Yeah.
looks like we're guarding a body. There's a person out of the. Oh, it's my teammate. That was Derek. Shout out to Derek. He's in the chat. He played this match with me as well. Oh, this is a.
Yeah, bringing a punchline, that is interesting because punchline was nerfed to 2 because of like the wall splats that they changed, but then they changed the wall splats but didn't change punchline, so you still get 2, meaning that punchline is like kind of back to where it was, like that scary bit where they didn't want it to be really strong. I wonder if they're gonna address that.
Funny moment from the video too,
I'm actually
because
curious
that
about
person
that.
right there is playing solo, so they queued in solo to the team.
Yeah, it'll scale better now too
that is,
because of the yeah, that's
lead
correct.
engineer
Yeah, that's
Ramon.
right.
And
It'll
he
do more
thought that he
damage than
could
what it was doing
1v4
before.
us, I guess, but it does not go well for him. Spoilers. I felt really bad about the bullying we did here, but
He asked for it though.
He did. He seemed okay with it. I just got saved. I was about to get supered and obliterated.
When getting hit by your teammate is in your favor.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you can't do that now either. You can't do chair into spin kick. I wonder how much stamina breaking is going to be going on. But yeah, like he had to charge chop after the chair.
Absolutely, very nice. So we're still bullying Ramon in the corner. He has so much health because he's solo. He probably built some green pods too.
When we're playing squads, Adam,
Yeah.
do you have a preference on like how you set up that support character with the roars? Have you
Yeah,
found like you like both roars on one person, or splitting them apart, or not?
I like to split them apart. I
Okay.
think playing 2 roars is a little tricky because you leave yourself.
What do you mean
so
by broken?
defenseless. It can be done. I've seen it done. But if you're going to play roars, I think you definitely want to invest in legs. They are really expensive, and you really shouldn't be like in the forefront of the battle for the most part anyway. You should be kind of roaring at the whole crowd and pushing people out of it. And you're going to need a lot of stamina to maintain that, or you're just going to get stamina broken and blown up.
Definitely.
Looks like we're regrouping on the top of this.
Oh, there's a
building
broom.
here,
Pick up the
looking for
broom.
Some more trouble. Hopefully, we'll find some soon.
Looks like using sled as the one lone wolf. See, like, hey, come at the unsuspecting area where maybe
Yeah.
there's just one person alone, but nope, teammates above.
We didn't have voice comms on for this match, so we had to communicate exclusively with
Nice
pinging.
dodge. Oh, he got hit by that tackle?
But yeah, that's a good strategy, is to make somebody feel like look vulnerable and alone while your team is like.
No, that's false. That's supers are slow. It's a slow startup. Just because you press the button doesn't mean it makes it like, all right, nobody can touch you now. So like, let's go back to that chair instance, because I think I know exactly what you're talking about, where he got saved from the super.
Teams match. That is. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. That super's slow, and plus it wasn't even tracking. So super can only track like one person at a time, but because the super hadn't even hit Keats yet, and Dried Squid is standing behind Keats, the super's not gonna go past Keats just to hit Squid, and Squid hit him before the super latched on. So like that instance right there, it makes sense. That doesn't mean super's broken.
Could 1v4 us, I guess, but it does not go well for him. Spoilers. I felt really bad about the bullying we did here. But
He asked for it though.
He did.
See, it's beating the what did he use? Poison Mist. It's beating the Poison Mist just fine. Like, it's not hitting him at all. It's not hitting. I guess Ramon was the player. It's not hitting Ramon because Poison Mist and the super was done nearly at the same time. So super's gonna hit Keats 100%, but it's not gonna go through Keats to hit Dried Squid. Because at that point, the super had already tracked onto Keats anyway. So it's impossible for it to track on 2 people because it's not a multi-hitting. Like, it doesn't just grab whoever. And like I said, like, Squid used the chair from behind Keats before the super hit Keats. So that's why the super got stopped. That doesn't mean the super's broken. You just have to understand, like, in what situations it's going to hit or, you know, it's not going to hit.
I just got saved. I was about to get supered and obliterated.
When getting hit by your teammate is in your favor.
Yeah. Absolutely very nice. Seen it done?
Using
We didn't have voice comms on for this match, so we had to communicate exclusively with pinging. But yeah, it's a good strategy is to make somebody
Keats would have lost that because he did poison mist and he went for super, or Ramon went for super.
And then when that person gets inevitably jumped,
like,
kind of all
you know, just got saved by Squid. So
here's the
I missed it.
Close.
I missed it a ton of times, but I do land some later in the match, so you get to see some practical use of the new rocket jump combos in this video.
What would you say is your favorite move to pair with the new and improved?
Oh, good stamina
with
break.
the rocket jump,
Nice.
I really like to pair it with a high damage vicious attack that gets.
Wait, did they talk about sumo slap, backflip, sumo slap? Because they only talked about like air. They didn't say that they changed anything to the dodges, right, for sumo slap. So I think you still might be able to do sumo slap, backflip, sumo slap. I mean, granted, that can be punished by dropkick, but not a lot of people know about that, and it kind of bothers people. Also, they didn't say anything about the tracking of sumo slap. So does that mean that sumo slap is still going to turn 180 degrees if you use it and like somebody rolls behind them? Because I think that's bullshit. I don't think it should work that way, but maybe they believe that that's fine. I know I know you guys know what I'm talking about too. Actually, I can pull it up in the video I uploaded today because I remember talking about it. You know, other account on. I don't want to hear myself talk. Where is it? Where's that sumo slap at? It was while he was at the bottom. Did he find another fight? He's like at the bottom in the middle. No, that's a bot. It might have been here. I don't know exactly where it was, but it still sucks nonetheless to have it happen to you. Like, you thought you dodged through it, and then all of a sudden you're just getting sumo slap from behind, and I think it's not really fair, personally.
It's a lot of altitude damage.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't have one, I'll just use the basic Azuna drop, and that's fine.
What do they do to sumo?
It still is nice to have a strike on the ground.
So if you use it in the air, you just fall on the
What I'm really
really
trying to do is,
if you try to dodge. So like you'll get the grounded bailout, as opposed to like being able to like float after using air sumo and dodging.
A teammate might be able to set me up for it as
they
well if I have good
also
communication, but
made it so
our
that
team
you just
wasn't
get
on
knocked down
comms,
onto
so
the
there was no
ground. So there's no more wall spots with
we tripped
sumo
over each other
anymore.
quite a bit in this fight. I'm trying to stay back and let Derek finish his plate. The team is flying in, and Derek, I went up to try and do something. Derek kicked me on accident.
You got caught by it at the top after the rocket
Absolutely.
jump.
So I remember when Derek used Cosmo Shot when the game first
Yeah,
came
I'm just
out,
waiting for
and
the
he posted a video.
where someone
He made Cosmo
Skyrocket
Shot look so
grabs
sick.
the nice javelin tackle from the top of Grapple and
Yeah.
big splash.
He was advocating
Yeah,
for people to use
and that final ring
use
change we
stamina
talked
pods.
about is in all modes. So if you're playing quads or duos and you get to that final ring, it's going to always be shrinking. People are not going to be gaining that superstar meter from taking damage, and when it gets to its final size, it's going to start moving. So it's a really big adjustment. Players are going to have to factor into their strategies for how they win the end game now.
Mm-hmm.
Very different.
Yeah, I definitely feel much more on edge when we get those new final rings, because it's like, where are we heading next? What do I need to prepare for? What can I potentially
Dude, what is the final
find
ring
on the way
on low-key key gonna look
to
like
wherever
when the
my
ring is
end
moving
water
towards a
destination
big-ass
is?
fucking
Or if
mountain?
it takes you through like a mountain.
How are you gonna get up
you have to
that?
be ready to climb and ascend, and again, that can add a ton of value to a move like rocket jump, where
Yeah,
hey, I don't like
literally,
rocket jump,
literally
I'm
what he
in a-
was just
I'm in
talking
a
about.
Kind of a flat final ring, and the
Me and Keith are on the
usefulness of
same
it is more limited.
wavelength.
But then the ring starts moving, and suddenly it's incredibly useful to have rocket jump to be able to skirt around some of those obstacles.
Yeah, I've definitely found myself looking at what items I want in my inventory at the end a bit more. Like, I want my two weapons. I want my two
does that work?
chickens or nachos. Maybe I want to pocket that magazine instead here, because I might need that change up to help win that final ring.
Right.
Everyone stops fighting and yells climb.
You can see I'm going for rocket jump, item unsheath, falling vicious attack setups here.
Can you
a lot as
imagine if
well,
you could
which
just
are
like kick
quite
somebody
potent.
off while you're climbing?
You get really
Like
good
you don't have to
damage
unlatch
just
from the
by
wall to
coming
do a
around big
move.
groups
You
of
could just
people.
literally just like stick your foot out and
Now
just
we
like
got a
kick
really
them.
big skirmish happening here to the side of Grapple building.
Yes,
Some broom
big.
action.
Seeing some comments on climbing. Yeah, some climbing changes and improvements definitely added back into the game.
Yep.
Use the
We
broom.
are in
Use the
bug
broom.
fixes section.
Oh, dude.
Doing some work with the broom here in this clip.
Trying to.
Got another broom. How fortunate.
Oh, I especially love the broom in quads because then you're just sweeping up huge
yeah.
crowds of people.
Dude, the broom
I almost
looks
like pairing
so
it with
sick. I'm excited for the broom.
the Rush family. It's like I'm coming at you one way and then I'm coming back the other, or starting
Yeah.
with a broom.
I mean, when you're sweeping at people, it's not the fastest in the world, and it's still going to lose to power
Yeah,
moves.
that
but
can happen.
that is a weapon priority, moving, vicious attack. So you can't block it. It's weapon priority. If you're not ready to drop kick it, you're just going to get clipped. The damage isn't
Dude,
huge,
rocket jump
80
is
damage
so
or whatever.
sick.
Maybe more if they have weapon master. And
I
some
think
arms,
I think I'm most
but, it can be
excited for
pretty
rocket
dangerous.
jump.
And you'll see in this quads gameplay, chaos.
Yeah,
There's just so
absolute
much
chaos.
going on.
This part right here is very chaotic. Watch what happens to
Jesus.
me. I'm stunned. I can't get out of the corner. And then a bunch of people have wake up explosions. I get wall splattered a bunch of times. All right, get me out of here. Find a place to eat my nachos in peace.
I really hope for the burn, especially in quads, because it's like, all right, there's probably a bit more pods hanging around that wouldn't be because the
Does it
missing,
force combat
pod
though,
slots.
or does it force
Yeah,
people
not
to
only
just
that,
like
but KO'd players
run away more
drop pods.
and just try to find the next
Always
hiding
drop
the next
pods
hiding
based on what
spot?
their build is as well. So,
Because I
gives you
feel like
more
people do
access
that a
to
lot.
using
Like there's
those
a lot
for
of people in
burn
this
or
game
just
that don't
as
want to
doubles.
fight.
Yeah,
They want to be the absolute last person to fight.
definitely seen some very fancy combo starters with
You
just
happy about the
throwing
two
a
wall
pod.
spots? I think it's a good
absolutely.
change.
You can't do the combo if they die.
I
That one wasn't
honestly
my
think
fault.
it's going to be a good change for the
You
game.
can't finish the combo. If
I think
they
it's
KO.
much more healthier than what we have right now.
Quite a big skirmish here in the streets. A lot of action. I really love this mode. There's just so much going on, and one of my favorite things to do in games is to try to navigate chaos, and try to control it or mitigate it. And, ooh, that's huge. Oh man,
Damn.
I went way up there for that baseball bat hit. Again, not my fault. They were downed. I can't win the follow up if they go down.
I wonder if you'll be able to tell if somebody has
Now you
guts.
can see me getting a little greedy, trying to land a super or a rocket jump combo.
Was there? Wait, Keyman, are you still here? Is there any like visual aid on guts like there is on temper or rude? If you know, can you give us that information?
For the content,
Content elbows.
That's right.
Guts is a new perk that's coming. No, not Berserk. Goated anime or manga.
Yeah,
which
one
not
other
Berserk.
thing I've learned to appreciate about quads is like I feel like you opt into the action pretty immediately because it's like time to scrap against all these groups of people, and there's not too much where you're running away and splitting up and looting up. Like your looting gets done pretty quickly, and then
Right.
it's like, all right, now time to find the enemies I want to chase down.
Exactly.
And you can't like always like leave one untied, loose
Yeah,
end.
if you have
like,
30%
you have
or
to clean up
less
the whole
health,
team.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
deal more
Let's
damage.
go.
That's what Guts does.
One other thing that's interesting too is you may find that when we make changes like we've done here, now suddenly there's a new special move perk pairing that didn't make any sense before. So now, if you get pocket dimension, maybe you want rocket jump.
Oh, he has it right here. He's got guts. It looks like it's got a gold heart with this like person with their arms in the air. I don't know.
Because now
But yeah, you can see it right here at the bottom.
you can rocket up there, pull a trash can or something that has incredible fall damage on it out of your pocket from the rocket jump, and then come soaring back down with a big unblockable trash can hit.
Definitely.
And that can be a very potent combo all of a sudden.
There's an arms icon surrounding the character. Oh, okay.
All right, now at this point, I believe, yep, final ring's moving. So now I'd be scoping out where do I need to go next, or maybe saving up stamina because there's
Is it
some buildings
moving?
I gotta traverse over or around,
I don't see it
Or we
moving.
just finish the job,
or finish the job.
and we don't have to worry about it. There we go. Job is
There you go.
finished. No moving
Champions.
final ring in this clip because we got the job done. But
Yeah.
that's your first look at quads. It's a roaring good time. Look forward to that. All this stuff again comes out Tuesday, January 17th.
He really just
After
said
a
roaring
short
good time.
maintenance
I hate it
window,
here.
and we look forward to watching all your streams and seeing all your content and playing with you as well. And personal thank you to everybody who makes content for the game and streams and stuff. I've seen some really cool cartoons people made recently. All the tournaments are amazing. Even playing matches with the community, like on Tupperware's stream. Even people who aren't necessarily content creators, it's been really fun to hang out with and get to know a lot of people. So if you're one of those people, thank you. It's been really fun, and I look forward to more.
I'm very thankful that we're all on the same team. It's been great to be in each other's streams, talk on Discord, Reddit, everywhere. I'm so thankful for you all. It's really nice that we get to make this game together.
Yeah, your room got really dark over the course of this.
That's just what happens in the Chicago area this evening. But thank you, everyone. That is our show. We will be signing off. I hope you enjoyed or are excited to try out the new changes, and we'll be seeing you on January 17th for that new update. And in the meantime, we'll be catching you in Grapple and Loki Key very soon, I'm sure. This evening, probably.
Yeah, I'll be on.
That was fun. High key, that was super fun. Damn, they're just like, this game is just getting better and better. Better and better. Like, they are 100%, like, they're still creating their own game while listening to the community, and I think that's like a really good partnership. But the fact that these changes are coming so fast, I mean, I guess fast really depends on like who you're talking to, but like, it's game development. Game development it's not easy. And you fix something else breaks. Like, but I think these changes are coming really fast. Like, if you look at from where we were in August to Tuesday, like this coming Tuesday, so many good changes, like an astronomical amount, have happened to this game, and they were needed. And it's just, man, I'm just excited for the future of this game. Like, I'm having fun with this season. Dude, this build that we're playing on right now is the best build that we've had. And like, Tuesday, it's just gonna get even better. Come on. I'm having a fucking blast. Like, this is great.